Hey there, Angular folks, and welcome back. What happens when two Angular host directives both depend on the same shared behavior? Well, prior to Angular 22, your app could break. But in V22, that same code just works. This is one of those small framework changes that makes directive composition feel a lot more practical. Let's take a look. Here, we have a small app with an invite link. There's a button on the right with a little link icon, and right now it's just a plain button. It looks fine, but it doesn't do anything yet. We need to add some specific behavior to this button. When I hover over the button, I want a tooltip that says copy invite link. When I press and hold the button, I want a different message that says release to copy. And after the text is copied, I want a confirmation message that says copied. Now, in this app, we already have some directives that can help us build this pretty quickly. But there's one problem. The way these directives are built, they both reuse the same shared tooltip directive. And without Angular 22, that can cause a duplicate directive error. So let's look at the code and see why. This is our shared tooltip directive. There are a few important pieces to focus on here. First, the directive has a required message input. This is the message that will be displayed when the tooltip is visible. Then, in the host bindings, the directive adds a few things to whatever element it's attached to. It adds the hasTooltip class. It sets aria label, which is useful for accessibility. It sets dataTooltip, which is what the CSS uses to render the tooltip text. And it toggles the show tooltip class when there's a temporary message. The other important part is that this directive exposes a few methods. These are what the other directives can use to change the tooltip message temporarily. That's important because this directive doesn't know anything about copying or press states. It just owns the tooltip behavior. Now, let's open this CopyButton directive. This directive handles the clipboard behavior. The important thing here is the host directives array. This directive composes the tooltip directive. That means when I apply this directive to an element, Angular also applies this tooltip directive to that same element. And this line, this means we're exposing the tooltip directive's message input as an input called tooltip. Then this directive listens for a click. When the button is clicked, it writes the text to the clipboard. And if that works, it uses the tooltip directive to temporarily show the copied message. If it fails, it shows the failed message instead. So this directive gives us copy behavior and copy feedback. Now, let's open the Pressable directive. This directive handles the pressed state. This one is also pretty straightforward. It listens for pointer events. When the user presses the button, we set is pressed to true. Then we show the pressed message using the tooltip directive. When the user releases, leaves, or blurs the button, we clear that message. So this directive gives us press behavior and press feedback. But notice the key part. This directive also composes the same tooltip directive. So both the CopyButton and Pressable directives use the tooltip directive as a host directive. That's the main point of this demo. This is the kind of composition Angular host directives are supposed to make possible. But without Angular 22, this kind of overlap can break. Now, let's switch to the app component TypeScript file. Right now, all we have here is this invite URL signal. This is the text we want to copy to the clipboard. So we're going to need this value in the template when we wire up the copy directive. Now, we need to import the two behavior directives. First, let's add the CopyButton directive import. Then let's add the Pressable directive import. Now, these directives are available in this component's template. Now, let's open the HTML. Here's the copy button. Let's start layering in the behavior. First, I'll add the Pressable directive. Then I'll add the required press message input. Next, I'll add the copy behavior. First, I'll add the directive. Next, we need the normal tooltip text. Remember, this input is being exposed from the shared tooltip directive through the host directive configuration. Now we need the copied message, then the failed message. And finally, we need to tell the copy directive what text to copy. So I'll bind the copy text input to our invite URL signal. So this is still just a button, but now it has independent behaviors layered onto it. The Pressable directive handles press feedback. The copy button handles clipboard behavior. And both of them share the same tooltip behavior. So let's save this and see what happens. Okay, we can clearly see we have a problem. The button is no longer rendering. This is because we have an error. Here, we can see that error in the console. Angular is complaining because the same directive is being matched more than once on the same element. And that's the collision. The Pressable directive brings in the tooltip, and the copy button also brings it in. So Angular tries to match the same directive twice on one button. And that's where the duplicate directive error comes from. This fails because Angular does not allow the same directive to be instantiated multiple times on one element. But we're not trying to create two tooltips. We're trying to compose two higher-level behaviors that happen to share one lower-level behavior. That's a very normal thing to do with host directives, especially when creating reusable libraries. And that is what Angular 22 fixes. Now, let's fast forward to the same app after upgrading to Angular 22. The code is the same. The component still imports the two directives. The button still has both appPressable and appCopyButton. And both directives still compose the tooltip directive. But now, the app renders without the duplicate directive error. That's because Angular 22 can deduplicate shared host directives. Instead of treating this as two separate tooltip directives, Angular treats it as one shared directive requested through two composition paths. So, on the same host element, it can recognize that both of these are asking for the same directive. So now, when we hover over the button, we get a tooltip that says Copy Invite Link. Then, when we press down on it, the message switches to Release to Copy. And when I release, the message switches to Copied. So now the button has all three pieces of behavior, without errors. So that's the fix. Before Angular 22, these two directives both reuse the same tooltip directive, and that causes a duplicate directive error. In Angular 22, shared host directives are deduplicated so the button renders and both behaviors can use the same tooltip instance. That makes host directives much safer for real directive composition. And if you're trying to keep up with modern Angular APIs like this, I also have a new Angular Signal Forms course available. It'll help you get comfortable with the new signal-based forms, APIs, and patterns. So check out the link in the description below. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.